Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for being here today, tonight. It's always lovely to see you all. Yeah. So all summer long, there every Thursday, every time we start meditating, a concert is also starting outside my window. So I'm actually in a different room every Thursday now because it starts basically in July and then till the beginning of September, and like the whole city is like there are different bands playing, and people are like, yeah, drinking and stuff like that. So it's always a big party in my town. And so I hear the music from this side and from this side. So it's always very fascinating. And you know what? This is the interesting part. When I tune into the energies, or when I concentrate, when I focus on the work, it doesn't really matter what kind of noise is around there, right? And this is probably the same for you when you meditate. And if you are a person who is meditating and gets disturbed very easily, just know it's not about not being disturbed. It's allowing, and that everything is there. The noise is there. The baby, she's crying. My partner's bringing her to bed, so I hear this as well. So there is a lot of noise and energies around me as well, right? But when I focus, when I'm here, honestly, it doesn't matter what's happening around me, and this should be or can be the same when you're meditating. You just sit, you drop into a deeper layer of your being. And then no matter what's happening on the outside, it doesn't disturb. It doesn't disturb you at all. Like there can be even music in your room. There could be somebody talking, being on the phone. It doesn't matter. And this is what we want, right? We want to be fully undisturbed by everything that's around us. And then eventually have this in our everyday life experience as well, that no matter what's happening, we're always undisturbed. The inner silence piece is always there. The true nature is always there. We're focused, we're clear. Yeah, so this is the goal. And I'll look into the energies. What else there is to share for today? Yeah, it's always funny because this is also now the message of the energies. So I brought this in already before even tuning into them, because of course the energies are not separate, right? So they're already coming in, and I get impulses. It's about being undisturbed in our being, in being, right? And having this in our everyday life experience, no matter if you're at work, if you are driving, sleeping, cooking, in an amazing situation that you enjoy, or in a situation that you don't enjoy, always have the clarity there, always have the silence there, always have the peace there. And this is what we want, because then the world is not as noisy as we think. The outside is not as noisy as we think, because if we're always in an undisturbed position, suddenly, which is not suddenly, it's a like an outcome of that, the world becomes less noisy. There's just less information there, less disturbance. There's just focus on there what's in the present moment. And this is so crucial. It sounds maybe not so exciting, or oh, that's not a spiritual experience, or it's not something that we aspire from the inside maybe. But this is so important, because this is just part of this awakening process. It's going to be there all the time. And this is more important than spiritual experiences. It's more important to have like certain openings and certain shifts. It's the quietness of the system, the peace, the silence, the focus. And then I get the question from some people, how do I know that I'm there? Yeah, it has to be in your experience, then you're there. It's always there anyways. Yeah, and then the rushing on the level of the human. So just you can observe yourself, when you experience the silence, the peace, the clarity during your everyday life, like, are you fully surrendering to it? Do you allow it to be there? Do you actually enjoy it? Or are you moving out of it again because it feels uncomfortable? It feels weird when there is nothing there, no movement. And I'm getting from the energies, this is just something that's so important, like right now at this time, is to experience the silence within and on the outside, to experience the peace within and on the outside, to experience truth within and on the outside. It's just a reflection, but anyways. So it's all beyond the stories, it's all beyond the movement, it's all beyond the spiritual experiences, the excitement of where the human mind gets exciting, that the ego gets excited. It's all beyond that. So we have to move beyond all of that. And this is what awakening to our true nature is. It's there. Uh, it sounds boring maybe to the mind. Because only if you are the silence, peace, and clarity, like this beingness, pure beingness, just different words to point into the same direction, only then you're able to see through the illusion of this reality, to see like fully. Okay, so there's always like steps. You already see a little bit, you see a little bit, you see a little bit more, but then you fully see through it. When you experience yourself fully as the true nature, then you just see through it. And also you see your human, like the whole humanness, who you are, the person that you are in this life is just the illusion. You created it energetically throughout this life, but then seeing your human, you see it's just a energy creation, and this creation of energy can like leave within a second. It could. Yeah, and the energies are so beautiful coming in already, and they're showing us again. They're showing us this part of ourselves. And it's interesting because lately the energies, they really point into the same direction over and over again, like move into that's the least exciting for the mind, right? Move into beingness, into the nothingness, beyond all movement, beyond all um, content, into being, and then experience life from that perspective, from that level of being. Because this seems to be the only way to eventually um, end the cycle of human incarnation, move beyond it. Which is fine. Yeah, and I'm also getting that the energies are, maybe you feel them, they're very intensely here right now, so they're very intensely working on our systems. They're going to support this even stronger than before, because this movement is so important. So you can see for yourself, moving through the world, being absolutely undisturbed by what you see and what's happening on the outside within, like you fully stable, peace, silence, clarity, beingness within. This is where we want to move towards, what we want to experience, what we want to become. Yeah. Yeah. Awakening often people think it's going to be like absolutely something major, something outstanding that's going to happen, but it's actually the opposite, you know? Yeah. Okay. The most fun thing is the path there. So enjoy the path. All right. So that's the message for today. Enjoy the journey. And yeah, also I want to share that the small group sessions for the next 2 weeks are already on my website. So you can check them out later if you want. Would be amazing to see you in the small group sessions. And yeah, then let's start with the meditation. So for people who haven't been here before, it's a meditation half guided, half silence. What you can do is just meditate along, close your eyes, and be very relaxed. And afterwards, we have time to chat a little bit and to, yeah, you can share your experiences and so forth. Okay, I'm looking forward to that. And let's start with the meditation. Enjoy. I start with opening up the energy field. Bring in light. Then I expand the energy field. Expanding the energy field helps to hold more light in the system, and also more awareness comes with that as well. So I'm expanding. And the energy field can always be more expanded. We can always carry more light. Light is higher information, and this information is transforming our system and also our life experience. And this is exactly what we want. I fill up the expanded space with light. I mean, we are all light. We are energy, and we are a lot larger than just the body. And so basically when I'm expanding, I really expand the, let's say, the outer boundaries of the experience or the outer layer, so that we can experience ourselves more. And then I clear surface energies. By clearing surface energies, it just helps you to drop into a deeper meditation, into that space, what I was just talking about before, in a space of being undisturbed by whatever is around us, and also being undisturbed by your own system, because this is mainly the main disturber is our own system. So it's not even so much the surrounding. It's like the thoughts that are present, the emotions, the energy that are still there. And by clearing them, it's a lot easier to drop into meditation, also into a deeper meditation, to let go and to surrender to the energies. You know, the energies, they're coming to support us on our spiritual journey. They support our transformational process, and they give us so much. Like each time, each Thursday we meet, or each group session we do, or next elevations, we're receiving so much. And our system, the job of our system is just to adapt to what's there already, adapt to what's there already, adapt to what's there already. Then I also clear energies out of the level of the mind. You know, if there are thoughts during the meditation, don't worry. For some people, there are no thoughts. For some people, they're still there. And it's really about to move a little bit deeper into the meditation, just a layer deeper, that the thoughts can still be there, okay, if they're there, but they don't disturb your meditation. The thoughts would be like a noise you hear outside your room or outside your house. You know, this would be the thoughts. You hear that noise, but it doesn't really matter. You're still in deep meditation. Same with the thoughts. Yes, they're a little bit closer to the outside noise, but it's actually exactly the same. There's a lot of beautiful light present, very bright. It's expanding the system more and more, and it's moving in, slowly flowing in through the crown chakra, third eye chakra, and also into our energy field, body energy field, and the area around us. So I'm getting it's the light of the moon. The moon also has a certain vibration, a certain energy. It's a very ancient. It carries a lot of wisdom. I'm also getting it carries a lot of wisdom of the old world and the world before the earth. I mean, before we knew it, we're not that old, right? So we only know it for the while we've been here right now. Like a lot longer before, okay, just let's say a long time ago. Very ancient wisdom. And why do we need this ancient wisdom here and now? Because it's reactivating. So this specific moon energy right now is reactivating certain certain areas, certain, let's say, parts of our system. These parts basically come back online, they come back alive. They were just dormant before. Yeah, maybe you feel it. It's certain specific, very specific areas of the brain, skull, spine, chest, also heart chakra, other areas as well. Maybe you just feel into it. Feels very interesting, very beautiful as well. And the wisdom of the moon, what is it giving us exactly? It's it brings, you know, what we are always lives and never die, right? And it supports to bring this part forward. Like the moon, it has been there for so long. It's just like it witnesses, is there, it's powerful, it raises its energy, it has seen energetically so much, and it's just resting in being, basically, right? Resting in being. um, and so it's exactly doing this for us now, to bring forward this ancient part of ourselves that always lives and never dies, and just is, and just rests and witnesses. Just feel into the body, feel into your energy field. Feel the change in experience. Or maybe you drop into a deeper meditation, it's also fine. Because this is what these energies of the moon is supporting as well. Dropping into beingness, into this wisdom. And it's supporting us on the human level so much, and I will let you know why. Because there is no fear there. So because the moon knows, and us, like this part of ourselves, this the part that always lives, never dies, like it doesn't fear because there's no reason for it, right? So there are no worries there, there is no anger there is no shame there, self-pity, stuff like that, you know, all these energies, they don't exist there. Because on that level they don't make sense. And so when we connect to this level of ourselves, and also the energy of the moon that's present, this can just heal in our own system, you know, it can just fall away and heal. And interesting, the energy of the moon is like right now it's showing itself, I have no idea, I've never looked into it, as more of a male energy, like a father figure energy, a supporting father energy, in that kind of way showing itself. A father figure that's supportive, that's strong, um, holding the space for us to grow, to experience ourselves, but always looking out for us, supporting us in that kind of way. And this is very heart opening, extremely heart opening. It seems like the systems really have a natural, like when it comes to the energy of the moon, it naturally surrenders, system surrenders to the energy of the moon. I mean, we're exposed to the moon all the time. And it's influencing us all day long. And so this is why the system naturally surrenders to it. It already knows it. And there's also something mystical coming in, like from this energy of the moon, this mystical. Right now it's showing itself just as the energy, a mystical energy. It seems like certain people who like this mystical stuff, I don't know what it is exactly, but you probably know when I talk about it, if you are one of those, that this has a connection to the moon. Like the moon is giving us this possibility in this reality. I see it used to, so the moon had a lot of influence on us back in the days, also today, but a lot of back in the days, I'm just seeing it was forming like the cultural stuff a lot. Okay, the moon was influencing. So this was in the past. Now I see it kind of got lost a little bit, this connection to the moon. And it will come back again, but different. I don't see how it's going to happen in the future, but what I see is the moon energy pushes us into this bright future, if we want to call it like that. Future doesn't exist, right? But just that we can talk about it. The future is bright, it's full of light, it's high vibrational. And this is, of course, us individuals in the present moment, what we're experiencing moment by moment, right? And it's also pushing us into this direction. So this mystical energy of the moon is something that we're like the people who are receptive for that, right? They're receiving this energy, receiving the information. And then it's like they can get lost in it like children, you know, like they want to figure it out, they want to learn about it, they want to um, understand it, but on the level of like a playful, joyful level. And this is what the energy of the moon is giving us. So exploring not just the energy of the moon, but also life in a more joyful way, not taking stuff so seriously or not taking stuff seriously, playful in a playful way, in a fun way. Yeah, that's really good. And now we're pulled a little bit deeper into meditation. I support this pull. While the energy of the moon, this wisdom energy, is working on our system. Feels very nice, very supportive. And the energy of the sun is also present, but differently, interesting enough. It's moving out throughout our heart chakra. And the sun energy, the sun is very hot, burning fire. And I really like it because it's just burning stuff away of our system very fast. Stuff that we don't need anymore. And sun and moon are influencing us all day long, all our lives, from our first breath to our last breath. So we totally underestimate their influence on us. So both energies are present and very dominant right now. Pull a little bit deeper into meditation, deeper and deeper, so that these energies can just work and support us, do the supportive work while we are, away, so that we don't disturb them, basically. It's always better when we move a bit deeper and deeper. And what you can do is just relax even more. Enjoy these interesting and beautiful energies that are present with their wisdom and strength. Night and day, night and day, night and day, night and day. We have so many night and days that we're experiencing or have been experiencing. And I see them as, or they shown to me as like very, very thin layers on our system every night, every day, every night, every day. Levels of energy. Like very, very thin layers on our system or in our system. So we carry the energy of the sun and the moon of every day of our lives in our system in a way. Very thin layer. What's there? So what's happening right now is that these layers, they basically show themselves so that we can experience them, and the experience of them will become more dominant over the next few minutes. So of the sun and moon energy in our system versus any other experience. Yeah, so let's just allow this, let's enjoy this beautiful experience, and let's sit for the next 20 minutes in silence and enjoy that. Okay, we are finished. Thank you so much for joining. Beautiful, like this combination of sun and moon energy felt so nice. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Um, Also, it's always a lot with these energies because maybe you feel they're familiar somehow, because they are. So it's always nice to reconnect. Okay, so if you have a question or want to share, you can do this now. Hi, Jeanette.
Hi, Eva.
Nice to see you.
It's lovely to see you. Eva, I'm curious because I've just learned I'm going to the retreat in
Mhm.
September,
Mhm.
and I've just learned that Knittelfeld is on a major fault line in Austria, which is
Ah,
interesting to me. And
what is it? What is it? A major what?
a fault line, like a seismic, tectonic fault line.
Okay.
So apparently, the Knittelfeld Valley was created because of this fault line. And I
Hmm.
was wondering if you've ever asked your guides or the energies if your geographic location as living there is significant to the wider energetic field. And if not, if it comes in, you can update us at the retreat. But I'd be fascinated to know if it has any relevance.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't, first of all, didn't know and I didn't check. I went to an astrologist like a few years ago, 10, 15, and he always said where I used to live and also another place where I grew up, they were both not really good for my energy or like um, astrology wise, but Knittelfeld is good. This is what he saw. This was, I guess, I before I moved here. This is, I just double checked, if that's a good place to move to. And so I have no idea, but yeah, let's look into this. I'm curious. So yeah, but
Okay.
it's a very wide valley, very nice. You'll see, like the Murtal, it's called. It's a very very beautiful area. Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And that was beautiful. Of course, it's an eclipse tonight. So that was really powerful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah, very cool. Thank you. And it's very interesting because I totally forgot about it. And then when the energy of the moon came, I was like, oh yeah, today there is something, full moon or something. But yeah, the eclipse, somebody typed it in the group. So very cool. Yeah, great. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Hi, Kathy. No, maybe that was a mistake. Hi, Nahuel.
Sorry, don't get used to this. So, wow, really relaxing. Um, so I was wondering about all these shifts in planet Earth and earthquakes and hurricanes or stuff hot. I mean, it's all over the place. So do you know what's going on? Um,
I know. Unfortunately not. I mean, kind of, I mean, it has come through the energies before. When there is so much light coming in that like stuff needs to surface, and this is also like the earth is also reacting to this high vibration, to the high vibrations, and this is how I see what's happening. So the heat and the earthquake and quakes and stuff like that, it's like, it's like you and me, when we receive the energy transmission, stuff is surfacing. And
yeah.
depending on what we're looking at, when we look at Earth, it's just surfacing in a different way so that it can be cleared. So I have no idea about it really, but it's like it seems like there are just like stored energies there. It's very dense, maybe, or yeah, mostly like when we go from that level, it's just very dense energy in those areas, and when the light hits it, it just the energy bursts open, and then it has an effect. Yeah.
I see.
So to me, this is just something normal that's happening right now with these high vibrations. With this, I mean, we experience it every week. It's like just more and more and more and more different energies are coming in and supporting, and there is uh, an effect happening. There is something happening, and we see it all over the place. So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Mm.
beautiful. Yeah, they
Yeah.
said that the island in Japan, there was an earthquake like a few years ago and it moved 2 meters.
Ah, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's like Portugal, but 2 times Portugal, the size. And it
Uh-huh.
moved, and that made like planet Earth a little bit the X kind of
Mm-hmm.
moved a little bit and changed the whole climate as well. And I don't know, like a
Mm.
butterfly effect.
Okay. Ah, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like to me, I just see this, it's also happening, it's just something that's happening, but there is always something happening. So we will never be in a position where nothing is happening. So I just recommend witnessing it. If you are in an area like that, like let's say, you know, you are actually experiencing that versus hearing it, is different than seeing, okay, what has this to do with you? What needs to surface on in your system, but hearing about it is just okay, it's also there because there's so much there, like it's also hearing it and then letting it go again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
All anxiety because
yeah,
yeah, yeah, let it go.
yeah, because we we have all our individual consciousness bubble. We create our own reality, and if we are supposed to be in that certain area at a certain time to have a certain experiences, then we will, and this is just going to happen anyways, if we want or not. But if we're not supposed to be there, we're just not there, and that's it. It's just this or that. So this is why I
Yeah,
always say, let's look into our everyday life experience, what we're actually experiencing versus the information that's out there.
yeah, yeah. Thank you, Eva. That's
Yeah, and
great.
then also what I mean, I personally recommend just if it's hot, it's hot. If it's cold, it's cold. That's it. You know.
I just love your
Yeah.
sense of humor and directness, you know?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Hi, Julia.
Hi, Eva.
Hello.
Thank you for this beautiful meditation. It was very lovely, very light, felt very lightweight and kind of like floating. I have a couple of questions about next elevations.
Hmm.
So, does the energy for home plan include the occupants of the home or just the space?
Yeah, it's basically this. It's the space, but when you are at home, you receive the energies, and when you're out of your home, you don't receive them.
Oh, okay, okay, I
Mhm.
see. And so,
But this is
switching from
just
dark.
letting you know, like for example, if there
Okay,
is the whole family at home or more people, then they all receive it when they're at home. Yeah, so they all
okay,
would
I
receive it.
see.
Mhm.
I see. For example, if it's like just my husband and I, and we work from home and live at home, so I guess we would both receive it at home.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, okay, that makes
Yeah, and then
sense.
also it's in the place. So, like
Okay,
the place. So it's also your workspace, but also your home. So the energy gets harmonized there as well, balanced, stuff like that. So it influences also the space.
okay, okay, I
Hmm.
understand. And also, can I update the plan like I'm currently on without canceling all my enhances? I have 10 of them. I don't want to like
Yeah.
restart everything.
Um, can you please send an email to Next Elevations, info@nextelevations.com, and Joe is there and he will help you out with that. I'm sure it
Okay,
works
okay,
somehow. Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Great.
Sounds good. Thank you so
Mhm.
much, Eva.
Thank
Thank you.
you. There is also the Next Elevation upgrade next week. Just a reminder, I think it's on Wednesday, but you find it in the email. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Next Elevations is so fascinating because like maybe you remember when you just got it. So from the moment you just got it, the experience before and the experience after. It's like I'm not saying that you are in a different dimension, but this is how it feels. So for the whole system. So it's like you moved out of where you are, but you're not moved out. You're just in a different vibration. But just that we can talk about it. You are in a certain vibration, you are somewhere, and then you moved into a total different vibration. The whole system starts adapting to that and the experience changes. So it's very fascinating. Just by turning on this button, everything basically changes, like energetically, totally, everything totally changes. Yeah. And then the system needs to adapt. Yeah. Hi, Sylvia.
Hi, I also
Hello.
have a question to this house and uh, space enhancer.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
where I work, I'm a psychotherapist, and we are five in this flat, and they are over as their families, and below is there are two shops, and they sell cannabis and CBD, and all kind of people come there and buy their cannabis. So I'll be moving on. But I always thought maybe that's a great thing to have this enhancer in that house for all these people. Um, do you think it works outside of this flat for the whole house, maybe?
Yeah, so did you, when you entered the address, did you enter just the like the apartment number or the flat number, or did you just enter, let's say, the house number, or did you enter also the apartment number?
I think just entered the house number.
Yeah. So when you enter the house number, it's just that the whole house is receiving it. But you have to know, like, on the level of like soul level, if the souls are ready to receive or want to receive the energies, they will, and if they don't, they not.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely fine that it's there. And for example, if customers come to you, or also your clients or customers coming to the store, they're in the energy for a certain amount of time while they're there, and then they leave again.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, they're also there while you work with your clients, and I'm sure you maybe experience this, that this is supporting the healing as well, or maybe you can look at this more specifically, because I've talked to people and this who are also working with clients, and they said that for example the trauma healing and everything, it just happened a lot faster. They were yeah, their healing happened a lot faster. So you can observe
Yeah.
this as well and see. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Sylvia. Hi, Susanna.
Hello, we've great meditation. Thank you. Also, did you go see Mother Mirror? And do you think that when you go see Mother Mirror, your next television transmission suffers an alteration?
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to go yesterday. I really wanted to go, but something came up. My parents-in-law were longer on vacation, so didn't have a babysitter and a dog sitter, and yeah, it's also 2 hours away, so I couldn't go. Unfortunately, I really wanted to, but then I felt at the same time, okay, I wasn't supposed to be, obviously, otherwise I would have gone. Yes, I mean, always when my system is changing, more opening up, expanding, and stuff like that, the transmissions are getting stronger. The work is getting more potent. I definitely experienced that, yes. But I always work on myself. So, like over the past years, I always work with somebody to also, expand, open up, and so forth more. Yeah. And you're receiving it then as well. And next elevations. Is it being upgraded by me when I change my system? No, because it hasn't anything to do with me. It's direct energy transmission to you, so it has nothing to do with me. But the sessions and so forth, yes. But every now and then I upgrade next elevations. And when I do, it seems like there is a certain influence, but it's just until it's there by itself again. So it's always by itself until I tune in, do a little few things, and then it's by itself again. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Ciao, ciao.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, always when there is, in general for everybody, right? The more you expand, the more you open up, the higher the level of consciousness is, the more you influence whatever you're doing. You know, if you work in that area, it's going to show itself there. If you work in a different area, it's going to show itself there. You know, it's always showing itself. And this is what I really need and want, is the feedback. You know, I want to work on myself, and then I want to have the feedback, seeing that my life experience is changing to the better. There is more joy there, and also that when I do this work, that things are, you know, more potent on that level as well. So this feedback is very important. Nachwel?
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
Can we include a whole country or, you know, planet Earth? Why not? Instead of the house?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what kind of address you would type in, no, but you could, I mean, you could do it. Yes, you could. I've never done it because I don't feel drawn to that. Like, I don't feel drawn to bring energies in that, I don't know, or this is just not what I'm doing. Like, in the sessions is different. Okay, it's coming in for the collective, but I don't feel that I need to influence anything really, except for who wants to come and be influenced, you know. Yeah. So, but you could do it if you feel called. You could do it. Like,
Yeah.
in general, I mean, you're very sensitive. You know, you have lights present. You can always send them to Earth, to Mother Earth, surround Earth. You know, everybody can do that. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the ring of fire, or, you know, where the earthquakes are happening. Just
Yeah, I mean, you could, for example, you could do that, or for catastrophes, I have this, you know, the help others on next elevations. It's on the bottom of the page. It's called help others, and when you go in there, you can type in the earthquake areas, for example, and like all, you just type in whatever you feel is the right thing to type in, and then energies are being sent there. So it's the third option for catastrophes. Yeah.
catastrophes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Thank
Great.
you, Eva.
Thank you. Yeah. So this is general an option. I was just using it the other day as well. On next elevations, you scroll just down to the bottom to the footer, and it says help others. And there you can send energies to people, for example, who had like a heart attack, or you know, have to be hospitalized, surgery, stuff like that. Then also people who had experienced massive trauma in their lives, like really massive trauma, that their life is like, that they just can't handle it basically, or just very major emotional trauma. There's an option for that, and then also the catastrophe option. And yeah, if you want to support, you can do this through the website. Also, everybody can send energies by themselves. You know, everybody can do that, but this is just also easy possibility, I guess, to use. Yeah. Okay, that was a very amazing session. Absolutely lovely energies. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you for asking questions and sharing. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and yeah, see you next Thursday, and also for the upgrade next Wednesday. Okay.
Thank you, Eva.
Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody. Bye, bye.
Bye bye, everybody.
Thanks, Eva. Bye bye. Lovely.